Well, and I asked Coach this too, so I'll start with this. What you were here last year for this stretch run, real similar kind of look, at least when you look at the numbers. Maybe not the goals scored and that kind of numbers, but what you needed to do and what you were producing and what you got. Do you remember back and take anything out of last year's push for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we had a group of guys that, like saw the transformation of the team from the beginning of the year, where we were really good, a lot of people were talking about us, and then we had a really rough patch, and there's a lot of ups and downs, and for us to be playing so well at the end of the season, I think we just formed a lot of meaningful bonds with each other, and it's good experience to draw on.
You were playing a different style of hockey, though. It seemed like at the tail end of last year than you are now.
As far as being desperate, or
no, as far as scoring a buttload of goals, a bunch of goals, and this year it's a little more you guys in net, a little more defense, grind it out, as Coach says.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of composure. We had Franzen, DiDomenico, Clendenning, Boma. We had a lot of guys older veteran guys, that kind of were able to quell the storm at some times and get some big goals for us, and we just have a different complexion this year of the team, and each year your team has multiple idiosyncrasies and uniquenesses, and I don't even know if that's a word, but I don't know, it's different, but there's also a lot of parallels as far as we've been playing playoff hockey since January. There's really no other way about it. So.
How big was that 3-3 to get all 6 points this weekend?
Huge. I mean, huge, especially since those are very, very good opponents. And probably be seeing. Texas is right along the same spot as us. I don't know if we'll be seeing them necessarily, but even bigger. At the end of the month here. So we'll be looking to pick some of those points up as well.
Obviously, 3 goalies on the roster right now. What's it been like for you, the 3 of you guys, to just kind of rotate time and stay fresh?
Yeah, well, I haven't been here for too long when Kevin's been here, but it's good. It's always good to see what you can learn from the guys. Forgy's got a great experience. He's won a ton of games at this level, and I think he's even won a Calder Cup, with Erie, or was it Cleveland? But he's a resource as well. And then Kevin, being in the position that I was next year, it's kind of cool to see guys at different stages. So we kind of all band together, and Obbs is our fearless leader. So it's all about development every day, and what can we do to get better on and off the ice.
Do you feel a different sort of pressure when the team, again, back to last year where they were scoring 4-point-whatever goals a game down the stretch, compared to this year when the team's averaging a couple goals a game? Do you go into it with a different mindset or thinking differently at all?
No, I don't think you really can, quite honestly. I don't think you can play, circumstance like that, situations. You just have to be, have the same approach every time. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but you can't let those outside things impact the way you prepare and the way you play. Because quite honestly, we don't have an effect over that. We can't score goals. The only thing we can do is stop them from going in the net. So that's really, I think, where my focus is, and probably the same with Lenke's and Berge. So we don't really focus too much on those aspects.
You gotta love this coming down right now. This is what it's all about, right?
Yeah, and it's great because up there too, with the Blackhawks, we're pretty much in the same spot. Where every game is so meaningful, and to see the parallels at this level and then that level and then back here and then up there and then back here, there's nothing really that changes all that much. I guess I don't really like the phrase desperate hockey, but every game is purposeful and meaningful, and I think everybody in the organization up there and here treats it as such.
You got some new guys coming in as well. What's that been like to kind of see some new faces, especially in a playoff run like this?
It's cool. You never know what you're going to get with some of these guys. You never know what they're going to contribute, and you see them doing some special things out there on the ice in practice, and it's fun to have some new blood in the locker room, mess around with them a little bit. you know, get them out of their comfort zone. You know, maybe little jokes here and there, but you know, it's light and fun. They add a nice element come this time of year.
Something tells me you've been playing some jokes on the guys.
Oh yeah, I am a big jokester. Maybe not even if they're just like practical jokes, just, you know, just yelling in the locker room, trying to put a smile on everybody's face, bringing some enthusiasm, you know, because right now maybe when the body's hurting and, you know, things are starting to get heavy, you know, you have to keep it light and fun, and it's a really fun time of year to play. So you just want to make sure there's some congruence, like in the locker room, you know, and in practice and on the ice.
Did you try to add some of that levity up in Chicago, or were you like, nah, I'm the young guy, it's not my place? Or?
No, I think I did. After a while, guys kind of knew me as, like, you know, kind of the goofball dork one, just not afraid to, you know, make a fool of himself, make fun of himself. So, you know, I think that's just kind of, you know, what I bring, and, you know, have a little own unique personality characteristics about myself. But I think that's what, you know, looking back years from now, everybody's gonna, you know, remember about certain people. You know, it's like those little like nuances, and, you know, just the camaraderie that we have in the locker room. That's something that you always will hold on to. So, you know, each day I try to, you know, cherish those little moments just a little bit more.
So were you like that growing up in school? Were you kind of the class clown? Or?
Yeah, I think I always had like a very serious note to me when it came to athletics, more so than school. I mean, I was pretty serious in school, but I was always very competitive. But yeah, I was always kind of like a goofball, like always dorky, always like pretty oafy, like tripping over myself, you know. But then when it came to athletics, you know, it was a different story. I don't know why. I could just like flip the script a little bit, but yeah, no, I was always kind of a dork.
So your old classmates are like, I can't believe that dork's playing in the NHL.
Yeah, like that guy. We used to have to write our name on the boards, you know, if you got in trouble, and you get check marks and stuff like that. And it was like detention if you had so many check marks behind your name. I mean, I was probably up there quite a few times. But you know, it was all in good fun. It was never out of malice or anything like that. I always was just genuinely trying to put smiles on people's faces, and I think that's something that people appreciate.
You've been doing a lot of that around here with the Mercy Health and all the hospital visits, and just giving
Yeah.
back to the community as well.
Yeah, I try to do what I can. You know, it's important to, you know, give back, because I think, you know, we have to realize that this opportunity and this platform that we have, it's so much bigger than us, and it means so much more, you know, to the community. And maybe, you know, not everybody knows us, but it's good that they know that if they have an interaction with us, it's going to be like, hey, you know, they're doing some community service, or, you know, you see somebody one of the guys in the grocery store, and, you know, we're just normal people. You know, I think that's what we want to do, is just break down this barrier, you know, make people feel comfortable, you know, talking to us, approaching us. And, you know, we want to have a good name for, you know, the IceHogs and the Blackhawks organization. So it's something that I've always been pretty passionate about, even back to my days in junior hockey when I was in Texas. We worked with a program, Habitat for Humanity, you know, so that was really cool. That's where I kind of got that start.